Guys, Vilma here from Vilma's Book Blog, and today I am here to do a video review of the latest story that I have completely fallen in love with, The Golden Dynasty by the one and only Kristen Ashley. So, The Golden Dynasty, this is the second book in the Fantasyland series. These are 5 planned books. They're all fantasy books. 4 are available now. The first one is Wildest Dreams, which was fantastic. I loved that one as well. The second is Golden Dynasty, third is Fantastical, and fourth is Broken Dove. No word on title or release date for the last book in the series, but let me tell you guys about this book. It is fan-freaking-tastic. I mean, I had heard it was good. I had heard that I would probably enjoy it, and certainly I have loved pretty much every Kristen Ashley book that I've read, but this book is just something else. It's beautiful. It's just unbelievable. I loved it. Gripped me from the very beginning. The story is about a woman named Circe who basically comes to in the most insane of situations. She realizes she is amidst kind of a horde of warriors, the Korwak, and they're getting ready to do their wife hunt. And literally, it's everything you would think a wife hunt is. They are seeking out their new brides, and they capture these women and set them free only to kind of chase them down and claim them. And I do mean claim them in every sense of the word. So Circe, who, comes to in this, different world, different universe, catches the eye, for better or for worse, of their king, the king of the Suntanak, and that is King the Daxlan. And so Lan basically chases her, fights her, and claims her. And from the very beginning, it's like this horribly antagonistic relationship, and, she hates him. I hate him for how, she was claimed, and it starts off from there. It's a really interesting dynamic in this story. I think it's kind of like a juxtaposition of opposites throughout. I mean, the story is sweet and it's sexy, certainly because you're dealing with this, horde of warriors. It's strong and bold, but at the same time you have emotion and heart throughout. Again, this just really intriguing pairing and juxtaposition of hard and soft moments, of give and take. So here you have 2 people who are different in every way, starting off with the way they look. So Circe is fair-skinned and blonde, and Lan is dark and huge and muscled, tall, dark hair, dark eyes, completely just intense. As I mentioned, he is the greatest of warriors, which is why he is the Dax and their king. So not only do they look differently, but they approach life very differently. So Circe is very strong herself, and she's definitely a fierce spirit, but she is very kind and kind of rules and lives by her heart, whereas Lan fights. He takes, he lives by his sword and his decisions. So they basically have to get to know one another, and Circe doesn't even speak their language. So they encounter a lot of difficulties, but slowly, she begins to soften towards him as she learns about who he is and why he's doing things, and what their ways are. There's moments where she sees that he is kind and gentle, and he has to do that as well. So being a, strong, badass warrior, it's really not in him to be soft and gentle, but they fall in love despite it all, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Another thing that's interesting, though, is every time that I felt that I was kind of softening towards him and that I was falling for him and thinking, I love this guy, he would do something that would completely shatter everything he's built. And one of the things, again, that I was so, just caught up by in this book is the emotion that it evoked. I'm not a crier. I don't cry often in books, but I was in tears multiple times, and a lot of the times that I did cry were these times that I felt like he had broken her spirit and my spirit as well. The story takes some really interesting turns. I mean, there's so much action, there's romance, there's betrayal, there's magic and power, and there's just so much that happens as they become accustomed to each other. And as, you know, Cersei has to figure out, you know, if she needs to, you know, go back to her world and figure out how to do that, or if she's going to stay with Lon and basically rule as queen. There's a legend that says that there's, you know, the Golden Dynasty is going to come where there will have like a god and a goddess, and everybody think that's her, but she's not really sure that you know, the legend is true and that's who she's meant to be. So much happens in the story. I was just so completely gripped by the beauty of it, the give and take of it, the hard moments and the soft moments. And I think, you know, this is one of Kristen's best works. I mean, I know that to a large extent her contemporary series are the most popular, but I have to tell you that her fantasy series and her paranormal series are phenomenal. So I can't recommend this book enough. I loved it so much that I'm going to give it 6 stars, which is my highest rating. And you guys know that I don't give that very often, but I can't stop thinking about this book, and I know it's one that I'll reread in the future. So definitely give these a try. You can read them as standalone, but I really recommend that you go in order. Wildest Dreams, like I said, is fantastic, and The Golden Dynasty is just fan-freaking-tastic. You'll love it. It's absolutely, it has the right balance of everything, and the end, especially as you get to the end, there's just so many gut-wrenching scenes. So anyway, The Golden Dynasty, I hope you love it as much as I do. It's amazing and action-packed and suspenseful and just really beautiful from beginning to end. So hope you enjoy it.